Sit on down. We're about to get going. Sit on down, time to get going. Sit on down, we're gonna sing. Sit on down, time to get going. It's Music Sunday here. Okay. Welcome to our service from the Unitarian Society of Northampton and Florence. I'm Elaine Apthorpe, and I'm a member of the worship committee, the coordinating council, the welcome team, and the choir. And if you are new or returning after time away, we're especially glad to see you. We're always glad to see everybody, but especially you. Please feel free to fill out one of our blue welcome cards, which you find in the pews, and you can put them in the offering plate later in the service. There's a link to an online version in the chat, and we'll put you on our email list so you can receive information about all that we do. This morning is a very special treat. It's our annual Music Sunday, when our whole ministry is music in sound and language. This time, we're exploring the concept of improvisation and how it relates to spirituality, self-actualization, and joy. We're happy to welcome guest musicians John Mason, guitarist, and Ted Levine, saxophonist, who will join our music director, Ellen Cogen, who is our service leader this morning. We strive to be a congregation that welcomes people of all ages, races, religious beliefs, backgrounds, sexual orientations, gender identities, and abilities. We belong to the Unitarian Universalist Association of Congregations, and we're guided and inspired by its values and principles. Our values and principles move us to remember that those of us in the Connecticut River Valley live on the unceded homeland of the Pecumtuck, Nonotuck, and Western Nipmuc peoples. We acknowledge our responsibility to confront the legacies of dispossession and systemic racism that are part of our collective history, and we affirm and celebrate the many legacies that inspire us. We have drawing materials and other ways to occupy on the tables in back. Restrooms are downstairs and reach through one of these doors. You can either take the stairs or an elevator and return the same way. In the coming week, a lot of great things are happening. First, in solidarity with the May 1st demonstrations that are going to be happening through the world over, Unitarians are going to gather this Thursday on our front lawn here at USNF to demonstrate for our many rights, which are in jeopardy now. You can come and join in at 5 p.m. on Thursday on the front lawn. We'll be making signs in the social room at 4 p.m. in case you need one. Materials will be supplied. Then this coming weekend, there are a lot of things happening. We hope that you will march with us in the Pride Parade, meeting at Sheldon Field. Terry and I will have all our carnival beads on and try to look as unpresentable as possible as we march with our dear comrades at the Pride Parade. We'll be meeting at Sheldon Field and march into town. We'll have supplies for making posters and face paint, and after the parade, beginning at noon, we'll have a host of events celebrating our 200th anniversary. Take it away, girls.
Hear ye, hear ye. Come one, come all, to any and all of our wonderful festivities to celebrate our 200th birthday, anniversary, whichever you prefer. Everything starts off, please look at the purple handout in the pews. Follow along. Everything starts out right after the Pride Parade. At noontime, the Smithereens right on our own front lawn. And Elaine, all right, woohoo! Then after all that fun of marching and singing,
I love a potluck. For those of you new among us, USNF loves a good community potluck too. So what better way to celebrate our 200th birthday or anniversary than a potluck at 5 p.m. right out here on our front lawn, USNF front lawn, under a great big tent. The tent holds everyone. Please join us. And in case you don't know how we do a potluck, if your last name begins A through D, you're going to bring drinks. If it's E through J, you're going to bring salads, entrees, lucky you, K through P. R through T are sides, and U through Z are desserts. If you forget to bring something, that's okay. Come anyways. There'll be plenty to go around. We're also hoping that folks will bring their reusable plates and silverware. This is in deference to our earth and also to our cleanup crew. Again, if you forget to bring something, we'll have plenty to go around. So don't let it stop you from joining us. See you at 5 p.m. out front under the big tent.
And then after your bellies are full and you've gotten your fill to eat and to socialize, we have a lovely concert at 7 p.m. with Peter Mayer in the Great Hall. Who is Peter Mayer? Raise your hand if you know who Peter Mayer is. Lovely. Peter Mayer is the author of the beloved hymn Blue Boat Home, and many others. You can buy tickets today right next to where we'll be selling script after the service. We can take credit card, check, and cash. You can also buy your tickets online. I think that the link is right here, a handy little bit.ly link for those of you digitally able to do that. But otherwise, we can buy them here. Hope to see you there. It'll be a great show.
And then on Sunday, there'll be a commemorative service. So you want to arrive early. We kid you not, people are coming from far and wide. Hear from special guests and learn more about what USNF has been all about for 200 years. We have overflow seating planned and festive coffee hour to follow. Please bring some food to share.
And if you're like me, you're left with this burning question: how should one dress for such a special occasion? With USNF t-shirts, of course. Wear the ones you own or purchase new ones, available in our traditional symbol logo created by Sally Lawton, or our special 200th anniversary logo. Pick yours up Wednesday evening from 5 to 8 before, during, and after the community dinner, or other times listed in the Beacon, Sunday Times, or email.
now you might be wondering, how on earth is all of this going to happen? Only if we have a lot of volunteers. That means everybody here, okay? So you can sign up with us today after the service. Find us with our hats or over here. You can sign up on the Sunday Times, the Beacon, the Constant Contact that has gone out and will go out again most likely, to follow the link to sign up to help with something so that it all goes off smoothly. And we will have fun celebrating next weekend.
All right. We're going to rock out, basically. We are here to celebrate, to reflect and support one another. It's good to be together. And now we'll begin our service.
This is from Improvisation by Jared Carter. To improvise, first let your fingers stray across the keys like travelers in snow. Each time you start, expect to lose your way.
All that we have ever loved and all that we have ever been stands with us on the brink of all that we aspire to create. A deeper peace, a larger love, a more embracing hope, a deeper joy in this life that we share.
Let's say it again together.
Okay.
Can we do that?
Sure. So on the brink, all that we have ever loved and all that we have ever been stands with us on the brink of all that we aspire to create. A deeper love, a larger love, a more embracing hope, a deeper joy in this life we share. And now you can stand if you would like, and we'll sing a hymn, which is There's a River Flowing in My Soul, 1007.
This song is a river, and what we want to do is improvise. So, sing this whatever way you feel like singing it, okay? And we will do so too.
Good morning. Thank you so much for coming today. We're going to have some fun, and I'm wondering if there are any children here. I would love to have the children come up. We're going to do some music, some improv music with Ted. Are there any people who behave like children here? Okay, so can you come on up as well? All right. There's childish and childlike, right? Both are welcome and encouraged. So this is going to be pretty free-flowing. This is my friend Ted Levine here. And yes. And we're going to have just a little conversation back and forth with Ted and y'all. And so I thought what we're gonna do first is we're just gonna have some fun with sounds, okay? So Ted's gonna play a sound, and you all are gonna imitate it in whatever way you hear it. All right, Ted. Anybody have a sound that they want to make for Ted to imitate here? Just doing sounds, not even melodies yet. Yeah, go ahead. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You got it, Ted? Yeah. Oh, you got it. All right. Who else? You again. No. Deep 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 beep. Leave it on. There's a little delay.
Delay because I gotta take a monkey Just give me
It's gonna go right back on in 1 second.
Just give me a second.
Oh my goodness, he's got the reed thing going here.
Taking this job very seriously.
Do you want to tell us a story while you're doing the reed thing, Ted?
What was that again?
One more. Beautiful. So maybe we can play a little bit more. You can put that back together, Ted. Play a little bit with some melody. Could you, John, play a C for me? It's the one right before the two black notes. Right before. There we go. Okay. So later, we're going to end with a blues jam. So I thought it might be fun to kind of practice some blues licks so you're all ready for that. Probably a C7. And so why don't we kind of go back and forth, and we'll do like a 2-bar. This is called trading. And so we're going to trade twos. Okay? So Ted, you're going to, oh my goodness.
Well, you know. It plays better if you put the reed on.
Well, yeah. Ba 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 bum day. Ba 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 boo bay ba ba da bay. Hey, listen, here's a secret. You don't have to do it exactly like it. It's all part of the fun. You can be inspired by it. You can repeat it. You can try to do it exactly the same. Or you can see it as a conversation where you're responding to what he does. All right, Ted. Like, So, as I said, blues jam at the end. Feel free to come up here if you are so moved and do a little scatting at the end when we do our jam. And there will be dancing in the aisles or I quit. Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Activities to leave us. Oops. Is it not on?
It's not on.
Okay. Now it's time for everyone doing religious education activities to leave us. As we sing them out, let's consider this to be a round. 1 part, 2 part, 3 part, 4 part. You can join any part you want.
Right, and now it's time, it will be time, for us to greet one another. If you're on Zoom, you're invited to turn on your videos, wave, and say hello in the chat. It's helpful to switch to gallery view. We're going to do something very weird and wonderful down here. Anyone online or here in person who is new or newish and would like to, be sure you say hello and tell someone where you're from. Now, what we're going to do this time is to improvise our greeting. Try saying hello in a different way. Possibly you could say, Guten Tag, especially if you don't know German. You could do it in American Sign Language or your own sign language. You could sing, hello, Jane. I love your birthday hat. Or you could dance over to somebody. You could change your voice. You could be surprising. Go for it. Okay, all right. Oh, it's been good to see everyone, especially all these boogie hellos. They're especially wonderful, our raucous souls in view. Please remember to turn off your videos, folks online. Okie dokie.
Today's words for reflection and meditation are from Theodore Rothko. Rothko was an American poet who lived from 1906 to 1963. He's regarded as one of the most influential and accomplished poets of his generation. His work is characterized by a willingness to engage deeply in multifaceted introspection and by an intense lyrical quality that drew from the natural world in all its mystery and fierce beauty. This poem is called The Waking. I wake to sleep and take my waking slow. I feel my fate in what I cannot fear. I learn by going where I have to go. We think by feeling. What is there to know? I hear my being dance from ear to ear. I wake to sleep and take my waking slow. Of those so close beside me, which are you? God bless the ground. I shall walk softly there and learn by going where I have to go. Light takes the tree. Who can tell us how? The lowly worm climbs up a winding stair. I wake to sleep and take my waking slow. Great nature has another thing to do to you and me. To take the lively air and lovely learn by going where we have to go. This shaking keeps me steady, I should know. What falls away is always and is near. I wake to sleep and take my waking slow. I learn by going where I have to go. And as you spend a few moments in reflection and meditation, Ellen will improvise a response to Rothko's poem.
Our generosity makes everything we do possible, and it helps us support organizations and movements in the greater community. Half of the proceeds of each week's offering support the Society's operating budget, and half are shared outside our walls. The organizations we are currently supporting are listed on the screen. Our morning offering will now be given and gratefully received.
I'm going to read a poem by Linda Susan Jackson, and she wrote this about it. I was listening to Coltrane's version of My Favorite Things, and I began to imagine that, like great musicians, we improvise in relationships, through life, and in our writing. What I want this poem to suggest is that moments of improvisation can hold all the meaning, memory, and music, as well as a little magic. This is Improvisation on Them. He courts her with soir de Paris and braids myths in her hair. To hear time how they need it to be is the sound of dare. His soft bird tenor soaks her like grapes in wild yeast. A beautiful loser, she takes pleasure in being incomplete. He draws tears from grown men when he plucks his box. She is reckless, never trained, so much a wound clock. They move like movement in a still life picture. She sings behind the beat and leans into the future. Stepping out of sequence as though they've just begun. Then again, the start moves back, depending on the run.
So I had to include at least one jazz standard, and that poem beautifully sets this up. We're going to do a song called You Turned the Tables on Me. The lyrics have nothing to do with this service or anything like that. It's just a fun standard that we can play with. Oh, Ted's even going to stand up. Wow.
You turn the tables on me, and now I'm falling for you. You turn the tables on me. I can't believe that it's true. I always thought when you brought those lovely presents you brought, why haven't you brought me more? But now when you come, I'd welcome anything from the 5 and 10 cent store. You used to call me the top. You hung me up on a throne. You let me fall with a drop. And now I'm out on my own. But after thinking it over and over, I got what was coming to me. Just like the sting of the bee, you turned the tables on me. Go ahead, Ted. You turned the tables on me, and now I'm falling for you. You turned the tables on me. I can't believe that it's true. I always thought when you brought those presents you brought, why haven't you brought me more? But now when you come, I'd welcome anything from the 5 and 10 cent store. You used to call me the top. You hung me up on a throne. You let me fall with a drop. And now I'm old on my own. But after thinking it over and over and over, I got what was coming to me. Just like the sting of the bee. Bzz. Just like the sting of the bee. Bzz. Just like the sting of the bee. You turned the tables on me.
Okay, speaking is a little harder than singing in front of y'all. But I did want to share a little bit about my path and how I became an improvising musician, and how that shaped me as a person as well, welcoming in the idea of improvisation. Let's see. Oh, I already said that. I wonder if parts of my story will resonate with some of you, whether you are musicians or not. My musical training was exclusively classical and began with piano lessons at 5 and cello at 10. I grew up in a musical house. My father, a physics professor by day, was a musician by soul and was an active, semi-professional violinist and conductor throughout his life. Classical music was always playing. My parents' record collection was at least 90% classical, sprinkled with some prizes like Bob Dylan, the Beatles, Joan Baez, Simon and Garfunkel, Ramblin' Jack Elliott, Malvina Reynolds, and others of that ilk. Not a single jazz album, though. In my training, the emphasis was on perfection, technique, memorization. Good stuff. Also, of course, expression, but this was more about playing with the correct dynamics, articulations, tone quality, etc., with no discussion of why or how these technical elements inspire emotional response, which is kind of the point of art, right? I'm glad there has been a shift in this pedagogical approach, especially in early childhood musical experiences. I don't remember any teacher encouraging improvisation or asking me about my musical ideas. I played well, I loved music, but I didn't feel free. not for a very long time. When I was young, I had a habit of curling my lips in when I was concentrating during playing piano. And my mother pointed that out and told me I shouldn't do that. I feel guilty just dissing my mother right now. And I have to say, she really did support me as a musician, as a human being. But there's this one thing. So anyway, thought I'd share that. So she told me not to do it, but I wasn't able to stop. I just hyperfixated on trying not to do it. And I felt very self-conscious about people watching me. In general, a large part of my music making involved trying to please and impress my parents and teachers. By the way, you may have noticed I still do the lip thing, and I often notice it as I'm playing, and I remember the early criticism, but now I don't try not to do it. Various experiences that I fell into opened me up to becoming an improvising musician, playing for musical theater, accompanying dancers of different ages, and my work as a church musician. Sometimes you have to wing it. Much to my early classical voice teacher's chagrin, I did start singing jazz in my 20s. Scatting did not come naturally, though I was good with phrasing and playing with melody. But it wasn't me, it was notes. I wasn't saying what I wanted to say. I was still trying to do the correct thing. The music was still coming from somewhere else in my brain, perhaps. Turns out that's true. The following is from an article by Dr. John Leaf, a neuropsychiatrist, about music improvisation and spirituality. He writes that the eureka of science, the epiphany of art and memory, and the transcendent experience of spirituality may have some similarities in the brain. Recent brain research of instrumental improvisation shows that the brain regions that monitor and evaluate are deactivated during improvisation, while many other regions that are involved in self-initiated performance greatly increase. It's a great article. Email me if you're interested and I'll send it to you. Fear held, and if I'm being honest, holds me back quite often, not just musically. Fear of doing something incorrectly or imperfectly. Fear of sharing myself too openly. Improvisation does not allow for fear. When did I really start to express musically more authentically, freely, and unapologetically? A key experience actually was motherhood. Maybe because the ego doesn't seem to matter so much anymore, life becomes about unconditional love. And of course, perfection has to go out the window. Spontaneity becomes a must. Another is my work as a church musician. And I'm grateful especially for my time here at USNF, both back in the late 1990s and now. You have allowed me to be myself, musically and otherwise, and this has encouraged me to fully realize and share freely my musical soul through improvisation and other music making. So thank you. Improvisation involves letting go of the ego, trusting yourself, believing you have something to say. It involves listening to your inner voice, and if you are playing with others, listening to what they are saying from their hearts and supporting and interacting with them. There's an immediacy, an authenticity, and there's some risk-taking. So many parallels can be drawn to both individual and communal spiritual experience. Maybe some of you relate this to something in your spiritual or day-to-day life. Can you imagine there would be a way to incorporate this freeing concept of improvisation in your life? Might it be freeing for you? The poem that Dave read for you is not about musical improvisation, but that's how I read it, and it certainly can be interpreted through that lens. Here again are the last few lines. Great nature has another thing to do to you and me, so take the lively air and lovely learn by going where to go. This shaking keeps me steady. I should know what falls away is always and is near. I wake to sleep and take my waking slow. I learn by going where I have to go.
Boy, oh boy. All right.
So where I have to go right now is over here. So these fine improvising musicians are indulging me in something I told them they had to do. I thought, wouldn't it be fun to do just little snippets, little vignettes, short improvisations on an idea or a word. And those are going to come from you spontaneously. So we're going to do 3 short, under a minute improvs, and then I'm going to set them loose because they want to play together. They do. So does anybody have an idea for a word that would inspire an improvisation? Spring. Good place to start. Let's do spring. Spring. Nice. Who has another idea? Okay. Birthday and then curiosity. So we'll do birthday. Happy birthday. And was it curiosity? Curiosity is our last short improv.
I'm curious as to how this is going to go on.
generosity. Now they're going to do whatever they do. In the interest of time, we're going to skip this hymn. Oh, don't cry. It's late. I don't want to keep people too long, but you will be singing in the blues jam, okay? So we're going to go to the closing words, and then we'll have our jam.
There's one announcement.
Sure.
There's one announcement. There's one announcement that got saved for last because it's after the service. And that is that everybody is invited to learn more about our security plans and procedures in the parlor with the Safe Relations team. Lunch will be provided for folks participating in that. And youngish adults are invited out for coffee or tea. Find Jessica Harwood after the service if you're interested.
So the closing words are from Little Gidding by T.S. Eliot. We shall not cease from exploration, and the end of all our exploring will be to arrive where we started and know the place for the first time.
All right. We're going to have a little fun with this blues jam. I encourage you to stand. I encourage you to dance. I encourage you to go up to the mic if you got something to say. I'll show you some ideas at the beginning, and then you'll be on your own. I don't want to have the blues no more. I don't want to have the blues no more. The blues come in, I'm walking right out that door. Try that. I don't want to have the blues no more. some background vocals. Ba 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 Some of you can keep doing that. I don't wanna have the blues no more. I don't wanna have the blues no more. The blues walk in, I'm walking right out that door.
I don't wanna have them blues no more, no more. No, I don't wanna have them blues no more.
I don't wanna have no blues.
I just see them coming and I walk right out the door.
Shut-up-and-dee up, breathe up, breathe up,
I don't want to have those blues no more.
I don't wanna have the blues no more.
Yeah, we don't wanna have no blues no more.
We don't wanna have the blues.
No, we don't wanna have no blues no more. No, when we see you coming, we just run right out the door.
One more time, everybody.
I don't wanna have the blues no more, no more, no more, no more.
I don't wanna have the blues no more. The blues coming, I'm walking right out that door.